Now, as the video goes on, you're actually going to recognize a lot of them. What kind of movies have you seen that talk about Greek culture? Maddie? Native American, but that's yes, it is. It is a different culture. That's fine. Casey? Thank you, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Right? Okay, I know that that's a real popular book with you guys. It's one of our AR books, right? And there's been movies made about that recently. I've seen one of those. What else? I watched a cartoon on Disney last weekend. Oh, Thor is a Greek god. Is it? If I can call he's a Greek god. Okay, well then I retract my statement. I'm trying to show you which Greek god I'm being. I heard it. Hercules. That movie is full of Greek stories and Greek mythology and the different gods and goddesses. So you will recognize some of these. Personally, with the Lightning movies. All these commercials. Alright. You guys have been doing a really great job being respectful during these videos. I really like that I can tell you are watching and listening. So the deities, the gods, the Mount Olympus. We've all heard of Zeus. He controls the weather. He controls everything. got one more video for us. You guys are doing fantastic watching. I think this one's probably more geared toward the boys, but I'm sure the girls get into it. Just because they're creatures. And they're a little bit more rough and rowdy. So here are 25 creatures compiled by some internet guy. He thought they were really important. And again, it's a video.
Number 25.
Some of them are kind of scary.
Python. Usually represented as a serpent, he presided over the Delphic oracle. Unfortunately, he became enemies with the Olympian deity Apollos, who ended up killing him and taking the oracle for himself. Number 24, Orthrus. A two-headed dog tasked with guarding a huge herd of red cattle. He was killed by Hercules, who then kept all the cattle as a proof of his victory. Number 23, Ichthyocentaurs. These were a pair of centurion sea gods with the upper body of a man, the lower front of a horse, and the tail of a fish. They were eventually set in the sky as the astronomical constellation Pisces. Number 22, Scylla. Scylla was a monster that lived on one side of a narrow channel of water, opposite its counterpart, Charybdis. The two sides of the strait were within an arrow's range of each other, so close that sailors attempting to avoid Charybdis would pass too close to Scylla with disastrous results. Number 21, Typhon. Known as the father of all monsters, Typhon was believed to be the most deadly monster of Greek mythology. His human upper half supposedly reached as high as the stars, and his hands reached east and west. Instead of a human head, 100 dragon heads erupted from his neck and shoulders. Number 20, Ophiotaurus. Ophiotaurus was a creature that was part bull and part serpent. Its entrails were said to grant the power to defeat the gods to whoever burned them. Number 19, Lamia. Lamia was apparently a beautiful queen of Libya who became a child-eating demon. In the myth, she's a mistress of the god Zeus, causing Zeus's jealous wife, Hera, to kill all of Lamia's children and transform her into a monster that hunts and devours the children of others. Number 18, Gray. The Gray were three sisters who shared one eye and one tooth among them. Not surprisingly, they weren't known for their beauty. Number 17, Echidna. Half woman, half snake, Echidna was known as the mother of all monsters because most of the monsters in Greek mythology were her offspring. Number 16, the Nemean lion. The Nemean lion was a vicious monster in Greek mythology that lived in Nemea. It was eventually killed by Hercules. It couldn't be killed with mortal weapons because its golden fur was impervious to attack. Its claws were sharper than mortal swords and could cut through any armor. Number 15, the Sphinx. With the haunches of a lion, the wings of a great bird, and the face of a woman, she is mythicized as treacherous and merciless. Those who cannot answer her riddle suffer a fate typical in such mythological stories, as they're killed and eaten by the ravenous monster. Number 14, Erinyes. Literally translated to the Avengers from Greek, these were known as the female deities of vengeance. A formulaic oath in the Iliad invokes them as those who beneath the earth punish whosoever has sworn a false oath. Number 13, Charybdis. Charybdis was the daughter of Poseidon and Gaia. She assumes the form of a huge bladder of a creature whose face is all mouth and whose arms and legs are flippers. She swallows a huge amount of water 3 times a day before belching it back out again, creating large whirlpools capable of dragging an entire ship underwater. Number 12, Harpies. These winged spirits, whose name literally means, quote-unquote, that which snatches, are known for their proclivity for stealing food. In fact, Zeus used them to punish a king called Phineus by trapping him on an island with a bunch of food and a large group of harpies. Phineus was constantly tortured by a buffet he could never eat. It always got stolen away. Number 11, Satyr. Satyrs have goat-like features such as